Hello. I want to talk about a trade that I've come up with in the last 2 or 3 weeks. I have 17 years experience and I'm starting to think that I want to start to develop different trading strategies. So about 3 weeks ago, I finally got off the couch and decided I wanted to try to find a good way to catch knives. And I put out this lesson on knife catching a couple weeks ago when we had the crash. And when I was doing that, I kind of noticed something that was, and I've been watching these averages for a long time, and they're going to be it's going to be a strategy that you can take on just one stock, maybe, or a watch list of 10 that are very talented stocks that have a lot of volume, a lot of popularity, a lot of money flow that go into them, ones that are constantly moving back and forth and has a little bit of volatility. I think that volatility is very handy in a trade like this. So this is what I call the sneaky snake, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to kind of just look at it a little bit, but I'm going to do a seminar today right around 2 Eastern time, and we're going to go into the long parts of it, and that's going to be the sneaky snake. I got this concept because it seemed like it kind of sneaks around and then finally pops up at you. And I used to remember an old song back when I was a little child, old Sneaky Snake by Tom T. Hall, that I'd listen to, and I just loved that song. And I just, every time it just put me in a cheerful mood, and I think that's what you need to be in here when you're trading this trade. So there's many ways of using this this strategy. You got to have a pattern. You need a pattern to form. Step one, it needs to have a pattern. In this case, this was a knife catch. You know, it could be a triple bottom. It could be 3 black crows. It could be something that, a big engulfing candle. You know, we've seen it all the time. Could be the 3-day rule of a sell-off like we see in Apple and Amazon and all these other stocks. So you need to have some kind of pattern. If it's a downtrend for 3 days, 3 black crows, maybe a double bottom, a triple bottom, some kind of reversal pattern. But it needs to be a pattern, and it needs to have a trend. So first example is number 1, the trend. The pattern was the knife. The next, you need to have these EMA set up. You need to have the 9. I don't have the 9 on here, so I'm going to have to fix that. But the 9 EMA and the 21. And then you got to have also the 50 and the 200 SMA. So you got the 9 EMA, the 21 SMA, the 50 SMA, and the 200 SMA. And that's what you need. So you get the 9 after the knife catch and you break out of a trend. You break out of a trend, or you see a triple bottom and you start to see that curve up and you see that 9 breaking over that 21, that's the time to maybe take the entry. And then you'll start seeing some positive volume come in. When the 9 and the 21 cross the 50, that's when you know you're good in the trade. So you might pull back to the 50, you might find a support from a previous high, so keep that in mind. When you're in that trade, try to find you that next support level and draw a trend line across and try to hold that support. Keep your eye on the trade. Once the trade creates a golden cross, step number 3, or step 2 is the breaking out of the 9. Step 3 is the continuation. That means the continuation, if you go ahead and you get a golden cross and the 50 crosses the 200, you can continue it for the exit that you'd want to take. So always have an exit in mind. This was a double top exit that you could have took. So that's part of the plan. We're going to talk about it a little bit this afternoon. I wish you all the best. I called a great trade on Tesla last week, the triple bottom, same kind of play. On the daily, it really was impressive on that knife catch. I mean, this was 3 black crows right here. You had the same kind of reversal, same thing. Same thing happened. If it didn't break that 50, it was time to get out of the trade. You know, when you get up to resistance in the Darvas box, you're out of the trade. So you got to find that resistance. This was the Darvas box. That was my exit idea. Now we're building up upon it on Tuesday's trade on that knife. So yeah, keep it in mind. It's a great trade, and I'll be going over we're going to go over a watch list, and I'm going to hand that out here later that could help you out in the trade. I wish everybody a great day, And we'll see you at 2 o'clock Eastern Time live on YouTube. The link will be posted down below this this video. Or it's on this video. Just hit the like, subscribe, and ring that bell, and you'll get the update. But be here at 2. You have a good day.